Welcome to Saving the Cabin. And today I'm going to be working on the roof and removing the rest of the trim. And since I'm dealing with stuff up above and all goggles I keep trying that are anti-fog keep fogging up on me, I'm just wearing my regular glasses to try to keep any debris out of my eyes. Ugh. Oh, this is going to be a messy day. Glasses did not help. So I think because of the way the tongue and groove is, I need to start on that end to make this easier. So not only is this first piece wedged in, but when they put the sealant on the wood, they sealed the seam together. Ugh. Why can't it just be easy? Alright, they're nailed from this direction. I have to turn around and do the other end because of the way the nail is. Ah! Ugh, God, blessed, so gross. At least they're coming down now. Can I tell you how gross and itchy I feel right now? This is my least favorite thing so far.
How you doing in here? Oh God, don't touch me! Oh, it's that. God, I'm such a. They're so sweaty. What have you been doing? Oh, I was gonna say, God, you haven't done shit. And I'm like, oh, there's layers.
It took me 30 minutes just to get the first one going.
Ew. You can take a vacuum and try and suck those out of the cracks?
Yeah.
It's nasty.
So it would make sense to be able to pull the tongue and groove, you know, out of itself and start on that end. No. They nailed mostly on this end, sometimes in the middle, sometimes on the edges.
Oh, okay.
Some boards have one nail, some have 4.
Oh, okay. Neat.
And some boards don't have any. So you go to remove one and the one behind it falls on you.
Oh.
No, nothing fun besides aluminum foil found in the cracks so far. All right, so I got this section complete. Took a lot out of me. It took me like 30 minutes just to get a piece started on one end. To go to the other end, realize they nailed from the other direction to go back to the other end. Jerry is outside working on the porch again. And I have kind of stopped to be able to help him. So this is what I'm doing for the day, and we're on to the next day then. All right, I've donned my favorite outfit. Yesterday, I felt so gross at everything in my hairs. I had this layer on my skin. So I decided, sweating to death in 90 degrees. Well, it's like 9 a.m. right now. But sweating to death, when it becomes 90 degrees, hopefully I'll be closer to done. And yeah, it's worth not having that layer of itch constantly. Fingers crossed that the goggles don't fog up. I cleaned them. I am going to try to put the mask where it kind of sits above them. Hopefully it won't steam things up. I have no idea. But let me show you what I've already done this morning. Everything that was in here is gone. I did move the saw that came with the place, and underneath I did discover this is like squishy rot, but only about right there. So we'll say 10 to 12 inches of it and 3 inches wide. This one has a hair of rot along the edge, but not even a full half an inch. But these 2 boards will end up being replaced. So now that I look like an Oompa Loompa, let's get started. I can't see Jack. Ugh. I don't know if you guys can see this. Everything is just hazy. I can't see anything. I can't tell where the nails are. I mean, that's what I'm seeing through. All that humidity that is drying up now. What do I do? And of course, I know it's fogging up because of the moisture coming out of the mask. But I don't know what to do because I have to be able to wear the mask to breathe because of all the crap falling. I just want to get it done. All right, this is going to be gross. Only slightly hit the camera. Or phone. Ewies. Ew. Alrighty. Oh. It was just So up here, there's actually a dead space of like a pocket of like hidden space. So if you guys remember where that fuse box is, all behind it, running right here, it's just an area that they closed in for no reason. Just like that 3 foot of space at the front of the cabin that Jeremy found. Oh God, it's so soggy. Oh. Ugh. This is one of those that they nailed in like 500 places for some reason. And of course, my goggles are fogging up and I can't see if there's even a hole here to be wedging this in. Why? So many nails on this one. Oh, there's so many holes outside. It's like upstairs. See what I mean? Outside, outside, outside. And over here has a lot of rot too. But luckily, these are cedar boards right here. You can see cedar, 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 pine. So we've noticed in places like fingerprints in the wood on the ceiling, but this cracked me up. These are paw prints. Let's see if I can get a good one. Oh, there's one. Paw print. They're all over. Someone had a very messy puppy that decided to go walking on some boards. And they just left what was there, I guess, or stained it, or I have no clue. But this section right here, 3, 4 boards, is nothing but paw prints. Okay, that was easy to start. One row left. Yay. And of course, I piled all the wood, not thinking underneath one of the sections I still have to get to. But this is the last row. Square nail. Hallelujah. I hate pulling down ceilings. I'm just gonna say it. The drywall one was fun. There was a sledgehammer. Like, can you see the crust on my hands? That's what my whole body was yesterday. Oh, air. I can't describe how good air feels right now. It is 11:30. I came out here at 9 and tidied up. So maybe 2 straight hours of pulling ceiling for those 3 rows. Bull hockey. But it's done. And for those of you that keep saying, where's my husband? This is my project. This cabin, not my husband's. Yes, he's helping on stuff. This is mine. And believe it or not, exploring with the Nug and Wrecked and Recovered, well, just exploring with Nug by itself is a full-time job between filming, editing, and figuring out cases, things like that. Granted, I do help with some of the casework, but it really is a full-time job. And I believe today Jeremy is editing a clean out video for Wrecked and Recovered, and he's doing an Exploring with Nug video, and he still has the roof video to edit for Saving the Cabin, because when he does like his side of things, his tow truck stuff and with the tree and things that pertain to him, he's filming, he edits. That's kind of our thing. So you can probably tell the 2 different styles too. But yes, I hear you that people feel that things should be equal. They're not. He has his job, I have mine. It's just how it is. And I know many of you tell me I shouldn't have to respond to criticism and things like that, all the negative people. But really, sometimes it takes some clarification of certain things of why we do things a certain way. So I don't mind having to explain. And I'm sure for some of us, we see some of the things I'm doing as obvious, but not to everyone. And given that I do have a cat toy lady, the cat toy channel, where I do a lot of DIY projects, I'm used to having to explain every little step. It doesn't bother me. If it can give some people some understanding, so be it. Now time to clean this up and go take a break, and then start pulling all the nails out and deciding which pieces can be saved and which pieces of this mess need to just go in the burn pile. I did want to show you guys what I found on the debris on the floor. So some sewing pins. I did find a needle, and before I realized what it was, I had already thrown it in the trash. It was stuck to my little magnet bar that I use for cleaning up the nails. And then there's 2 Lego flowers, and then off a piece of jewelry, looks like a little gold end. And those of us that wear necklaces know those things break off easily. So I'm not shocked. I'm gonna listen to my book. I'm gonna get this stuff cleaned up so I can get to that corner and get the last bit pulled off the wall. And then I'll show you kind of a final, it's clean, just like this. So here we are, cleaned up again. We have some rot issues on this side, and even worse on this side. You can see up into the attic. And just to point out, they literally use aluminum foil to fill in one of the gaps. Wonder if that's what they did all along all of it. And that's all that's left. And then plastic bags. More plastic bags. And some of the insulation did come out. There's one nail right there and nothing else. And then as you go down, you can see the one nail. So apparently just one big nail to hold the logs in place. And I look from this direction. And if you're wondering about the bucket, it started to rain, and apparently the tarp on the backside is not covering. So catching the drips. And after looking at that piece and these rafters, they do not line up. I think these beams in here are really just faux beams. Not even just, you can tell they're covered, but I think it's completely faux. So we'll see if we actually need those. Maybe we'll keep them, maybe we won't. On a different note, just want to point out my suit and the drips coming out of the legs. I feel gross. And if you're curious, all the wood I took down that wasn't moldy is in here. And for these pieces, I think I am going to put them back up after we plane. And for the ones I had to throw away, this wall is the exact same pieces. Sorry, you guys. There, I got some light. So this wall is those same pieces just cut up. So this will be my spare parts for the ceiling. All right, there you go. Another task done. I'm not happy about it. I did not like this. I would much rather be chinking or doing something else. Or at least I think I'd like to be chinking. I've never done it. I think I'd like it. Good place for OCD-ness. As for the next step, I don't know. I'll have to sleep on it. So much of me wants to start yanking out the cement that's falling. I mean, let me show you guys. The cement is ready to just come out. So I don't know if I should start with removing that and prepping all the logs for once we finally get a roof, or the hidey hole that I keep promising the kids, which has become like the tool holder. Or maybe I should start pulling that wood off that matches the roof from the dining room off that one wall, and exposing the wood on that side. Really, there's a lot to be done. It is a bit overwhelming. I do have to say, some very generous people have sent me things that are helping with the cabin. Today I got nail pullers, these bad boys, and the painter's tape I need, and the brushes, because if you don't know, to have nice neat chinking in between the logs, you can put down painter's tape. So I'm going to be going through a lot of the tape, and I'm flabbergasted. I'm at a loss for words on the fact that people want to help, knowing it's our house and it's for us. It's not like it's a missing person that they're trying to help out. This is for us to live in, and you guys still are being generous and wanting to help out. It means a lot. It just reminds me that there's a lot of good in the world, and as much as my husband and I try to spread the good, other people are too, and we are very, very appreciative. So I will see you on the next video. Bye.